Hi guys, I'm Tammy Vaughn with Fuzzy Vaughn's Farm and Sinfully Soft. I am going to do some evaluations on some bunnies. Rapturous, she's an F2. Drop down gorgeous, one of my favorite F2s. I have so many favorites, but she is gorgeous. She's a overly protective mom, so I almost have to have my gloves on when I go in there. They're going to be 10 weeks old tomorrow. So it was kind of amazing. I forgot to get my gloves and I was going in to get these guys to pull them out, get them ready to be on our live today. And she's like, fine, take him. She was ready for him to. It's like, I had to double check her ear number. Are you the right mom? Did I have the right notes? Rapturous, I remember you. Yeah, so she was like ready. She's ready for them to be in their own cages and for her to have her own cage back. Just a few updates real quick. I updated my Sinfully Soft website and I've got, guess what I did? This is another techie thing. I'm kind of impressed with myself. I figured out how to put a sales section on my homepage. It's pretty cool. And I think it works. So when you guys have a chance, not right now because you're focused on my live, right? But at your leisure, check out my website, sinfullysoft.com. Make sure that my sales page works. I've got 6 of these on sale. I'm marking them down to 50% off. Only till the end of the month. Because I really don't want to let it go. But I had a spur of the moment thing going on yesterday, thinking it's St. Patrick's Day, and I'm looking at my stash. I've got 6 of these. And usually in our dyed colors, we only have onesie twosies left. And there's 6. So if you like green, it's called Let's Stay Together Green. And it's very green, 200 yards DK. And this is part of the lot that we have that's already marked down a little bit because of some milling defects in it. It's beautiful yarn, don't get me wrong, but as a knitter myself, I have pretty high standards, and within one skein, I kind of anticipate a break or so in the yarn where the machines or the people on the machines have spliced it together, but most of these have more than just one, and it's not what I want. And that's not what I want for our Primo yarn. But it's too lovely. So if you don't buy it, I'm going to use it. So, yeah. So anyway, there's other colors on my sale page that are not 50%, but they are discounted. And that's why. And guess what I found? I'm calling it cotton candy. This is one of the very first yarns I ever made. Yeah, this was actually the reason Sinfully Soft was born. I was dabbling with making some different yarns myself, and this one happens to be 250 yards. It is also on my sales page. It's upside down. Tammy, I can read. 70% Angora. That's a lot. 30% Merino. 250 yards. Usually $40. I'm marking it $10 off. And it is lovely. It is almost too bloomy for my taste, my personal taste. But you know where this would be really good for? Cuffs, either muffs, mittens, or hats. Accents, like weaving. Oh my gosh, this would be beautiful. A baby blanket with other main yarn, maybe some superwash, and put this intersperting like somewhere creatively. Yeah. So as you wash a baby blanket, right, it's going to be washed. Use superwash or some kind of acrylic stuff that the mom can wash without fretting. This will shrink a little bit and felt, but it will still always, 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 always be incredibly soft. So Yeah, don't hesitate by you. Yeah, 250 yards. So if you guys want this, grab it. Save me from myself because I'm going to have to do something with it. It was all by itself. I'm going to have to look at my notes to see how many years old it is. It's a lot of years old. A lot of years. Yeah. So I'm going to put this back here for now. I'm going to quit dabbling. Oh my gosh. Yeah. That's all my announcements. Other than, West Coast Classic is only 2 months away. That's one of the largest shows, rabbit shows, in the Northwest, anywhere in Reno. And we have it coming in Reno. Yeah, and then we have the Angora Nationals going to be hosted there. They switch the locations to the National Angora shows every year to different parts of the country. Many, many times it's way too far for little old me to go to. I've attended a few, one in Wyoming. I'm sure there was more, but that's the only one that comes to my mind. But anyway, when it's in Reno, that's a day's drive for us. We can easily make that. If it's 2 or 3 days drive, that's almost too hard for this old lady and all our rabbits. Yeah, so I'm excited. So if you're in the market for Angoras, you guys, that's one of the hot spots. But, with a big but, I hate that word, but you need to make arrangements with the breeders in advance because they're coming from far away, most of them. And yeah, they need to make arrangements ahead of time. So now is the time to get on the internet and see if there's any rabbits, Angoras for sale. I am putting together a little video. It's been kind of fun on the differences between giants versus English Angoras. This is springtime, so I have to put in this plug right now. You don't want to buy an Angora just on spur of the moment. I have to say this. Spring is really bad for people buying critters, baby chicks or baby bunnies, adult bunnies on a whim because of Easter. Buy the kids a cat. Something easier maintenance. I don't know. A stuffed animal, a plant. But a live critter takes a lot of commitment, and they live anywhere from 7 to 10 years, sometimes even longer. So don't buy or sell rabbits on spur of the moment, especially Angoras. And in my prep for my video, I was looking at what is easier maintenance. And I've said this many times, and I believe it in my whole heart. There is no reason to put the word easy and the word Angora rabbit in the same sentence. It doesn't compute to me. There's no such thing. So if you're in the market for Angoras, take your time, research it. There's different breeds with different characteristics, and get to know your breeder. And by golly, get a mentor. And one of the best places I can honestly say for mentoring for Angoras is the National Angora Club. They specialize in Angoras. That's what they do. These people have been in it for centuries. They know their rabbits and they're a specific breed of rabbits. And once you become a member, it's really cheap to join, you guys. So if whether you show or not, it doesn't matter. But if you do join, it's like $15 a year. That's peanuts. That's 2 cups of coffee. Is that 2? I guess it depends on where you buy your coffee. But yeah, for 2 or 3 cups of coffee, you could be a member of NARBIC. And there's free access to their private Facebook group. And once you're in, there's a sub Facebook group only open to NARBIC members, and it's a mentoring group. The public or the main page is primarily for communications for upcoming events and whatnot. And the mentoring subgroup for NARBIC is just that, for mentoring. So you can ask any question. There is no such thing as a silly question. And you have at your fingertips the, the knowledge of all these breeders across the country that some are new, but a lot of them have been around a lot longer than I have, and they know their stuff. So, and the thing I like about that private group, every member has paid to be a member. And Lori, our secretary, she's on top of things. I love you, Lori. But you know, there's no spam in these groups. It is tightly controlled, only members. So much of this stuff on Facebook, it's just mind-numbing, crazy, stupid shit. Yeah, stupid stuff. Try to be careful. So yeah, if you're not a member yet, join up. And don't buy a rabbit on a whim. Don't sell a rabbit on a whim. And if you're in the market for selling or buying, be a member or be a member. Be a mentor or a mentoree. I was new once. I live in the middle of nowhere, and it was lonely. It was crazy, crazy lonely. And it wasn't until I found NARBIC and actually IGARB, the German Association, where I learned a ton on how to care for these guys. And my networking kind of exploded. So, yeah. Okay, I'm done lecturing. We're going to get to baby bunnies. God, that was 12 whole minutes. I didn't mean to take that much time, you guys. Hi, babies. These are rapturous. Yes, and I've got 2 chestnuts, 2 fawns, and a chocolate. They're 10 weeks old. I was really enamored with these guys last month. I was looking over my notes. It was a whole month since I've had them on my table. I can't believe how time has just flown by. Hi, Baby. So, of course, I marked in their ears numbers, and they're long gone. So I'm going to put numbers in their ears again today. Come here, baby. I am. Where'd my Sharpie go? You're not helping. I have 2 Sharpies. Okay. We only need 1. Come here, sweet. Oh, God, you're quick, aren't you? And if you watched me last month, I was kind of whining a little bit because they didn't have any furnishings. But look at these guys. They have furnishings. They look beautiful. They're going to look like giants. I'm so excited. Come here. Okay, I won't yell anymore. He or she. I think this was a 1. So I'm going to put 1 again. If it is a 1, was a 1, that's all right. So 1. And we're going to weigh you. My dogs are going crazy. I have a Scotty dog, and they are a pain in my hiney. Mode. We want pounds. Now, a month ago, they fit. They don't. Well, they kind of fit. I'm going to adjust the camera a little bit. Holy cow, you're 5 pounds, 1 ounce. And I'm going to put number 1. Yes, sweetheart, you have furnishings. That's the first test. Well, there's lots of tests. Turn that off for a minute. And look at the ring color. Beautiful rings. Great furnishings, great rings. I have a little abbreviation code that look at your messy butt, but that's all right. We'll get that cleaned up today. Can I look at your teethers? Oh, I did trim those little sharp little daggers off your toenails, but they're still sharp. And I should do your toenails first. We're going to hold you a little more firmly so you don't hurt me or yourself. Oh, look at that. Good teeth. And furry front feet. That's what we want. That's a tail. Now, if you look at this face from across the room, you can immediately tell he or she, we'll check here in a minute. You're a giant Angora. I'm just as guilty as many breeders. We're using other breeds of rabbits to perfect our color, the body type, and like what I did a couple of years ago, I introduced a Rex. I know, crazy. But I wanted to introduce the body and some more recessive coloring to my gene pool, and I was prepared to eat what I couldn't use, and we have. Oh, you're a girl. You're a doe. Yay. And while I got you here, I'm going to get out my little snippers. Maybe I should get out my toenail clippers too, shall I? These toenail clippers are too big for these guys, so I'm going to put them back. I just use a regular pair of toenail clippers. So we're going to put that back over there. And look at her feet. They're nice. I'm going to put you, raise that just a little bit. That helps me see the screen and make sure that you can see the screen. Part of my learning curve last week, I zoomed in on my phone to show you a part that I was sharing. And I was so enthralled in what I was doing, I forgot to unzoom. So the rest of my entire video was zoomed in. Oh, so yeah, it's kind of crazy. You got some poopers. We're just going to clean this up. Little snips. I'm so thrilled you're a girl. And you're a chestnut. Now, their mom is a chocolate agouti. And she was bred to Cheerful, one of my purebred giants. And he's gorgeous. Knock on wood, he's going to go to West Coast Classic. We've timed his coat and his sister's coat to be perfect. So we'll see how that goes. You just never know, right? They're actually siblings to Giggles, the guy that got sheared last week. I think it was last week. Yep. We're just going to clean you up. I'm not going to bother saving any of this. It's poopy. Yeah, no. Yes. Oh, goodness gracious. That was close. I felt the swish of air from your legs. You almost got my nose. Yes. And see, I didn't draw any blood, but she just got whatever it was. She just had to use those legs. And if you lean in, like I do sometimes, and they happen to do that, you could get scratched on your face, on your arms. It's not fun. And I've mentioned before, some of these ladies, and actually Karen, she has a video I have on Sinfully Soft of doing CNC. It's on that playlist. She holds them on her lap. And I'm a wealthy gal. I don't have much of a lap. So I utilize the table for all my grooming and stuff. So if you're a little gal or guy and you have a lap, there's other ways to do things than just the way I'm doing it. And you still can't see me, can you? Oh, is that better? You're kind of in the middle now. They can see you. So let me finish doing her toenails. I did that foot. I learned this trick for fuzzy feet, and I should have grabbed that this morning. I'll do it for next time. But you know those mesh bags that your onions, potatoes, oranges come in so the fruit can breathe? Oh, look at that. You got me. I didn't even notice that. I'm bleeding. Yep, on live TV. Well, shoot. That just goes to show it does happen. Yep. I'm not bleeding that hard. It's not going to be that bad. But I can show you how I doctor myself and these guys live. Oh, shit. I wasn't going to yell. I try to be calm and sweet with these guys so they get used to me and they kind of figure out, it's not going to hurt. What she's doing is just awkward and uncomfortable and weird, but it's not going to hurt. So they won't be afraid of when I actually get down and shear them and harvest their wool time and time again. Yes. I think it was this litter. I'm going to have to look at my notes that I was just enamored with their body type. And their dad, not their dad, but their granddaddy, Rapturous, her daddy, so it's your granddaddy, was a chocolate giant. He was just drop down gorgeous, and he went to a new home, and I had to make sure I had babies out of him before he left my barn because he was so gorgeous, and he had plenty of furnishings. He had wonderful wool, and of course that chocolate coloring is what I was really looking for too. So it's in their background. Yep, it's floating around back there as a recessive gene. Yeah, and Rapturous, her mom was the F1. That was Chocolate Goody. She was a short-haired. Of course, she was the F1 out of my Rex crazy experiment. Hi, yeah. We're going to tattoo you this week. Oh, God. I very seldom put a 10 on any of these guys when I'm evaluating their body. But, oh, honey bunny, you're not going anywhere. You're going to stay with me. I can't keep them all. My husband says, you got to let some of them go. And I'm like, no, I don't. And he usually wins. Okay, so you're going to see me doctor myself. Hopefully I have everything that I need in here. I was shearing in here. I have my, look at that, my new SOP that goes everywhere. My brushes. I didn't need that. There it is. It's in there. Oh, God. This is just a travel little bottle, and you can't see it. I need to remark on there. I'm going to do that. Peroxide. That's what that is. And so if I accidentally cut a little bunny, I have first aid cream usually, but I don't have that right here. But peroxide, that'll work. You'll sting a little bit. And that wasn't too bad. So any of you that are doctors and nurses, you're price cringing. Oh my God, would you look at what she's doing? I'm not telling you to do this. I just do it. I clean myself up. I'm usually, yeah, it stopped bleeding. It's just a little tiny trickle there. So I'm not going to call it a day. Not yet. So anyway, this peroxide, just another little tip. This is what I lightly spray on my white rabbit's feet and around their tail area, just very, very lightly. And those are only for my show rabbits. And then I take a paper towel and I sponge up the extra wetness. You don't want it very wet, just very lightly. Then you sprinkle a little baby powder on their tail and the bottoms of their feet because they're yellow. Maybe they peed on themselves or their neighbor has white rabbits. They're really hard to stay white for show day. So that's one of my tricks. And then the baby powder or cornstarch works really well too. And then I take a brush and very lightly brush that out and use your blower and lightly brush it out again. And it's like brand new. It's like magic, you guys. You got to do it. Look at that. That looks almost brand new. The other thing you need to do is pack Band-Aids. I don't have any Band-Aids. Hi, sweetheart. Maybe that's what I need to put in my show bag. You're my other chestnut because you don't have a number in your ear. So we're going to put you as number 2. We're going to get my favorite. There's a real light. It might have even been a 2. I don't know. But you're a 2 today. I'm going to put my standard bag over there so you don't eat it. Oh my goodness, baby. And look at that ring color. Holy cannoli. Holy cannoli. And this body. Oh my God. I love you. Yes, I do. Okay. See how much you weigh today. We're on pounds. Gosh, you're a tubbo. You're not quite as much as your sibling. 4 pounds, 0.7 ounces. Oh. But that's not bad for 10 weeks. And look at those furnishings. For an F3, I am thrilled. And this body, yeah, you're not. Are you posing right? Let's get the front feet underneath your eyeballs. My stomach's growling. I haven't had breakfast. I slept in this morning. I realized, oh my God, it's Wednesday. I'm doing live. Get your butt out of bed. There's nothing wrong with you either. Can I keep you too? Yes, you're sweet. Okay, let's see who you are. Shall we? Oh, you got a little messy butt too. You're a boy. And you got great rings and great color. Oh my gosh. You got a little messy butt too, but that's all right. Look at those furry front feet. That is what we want. That is exactly what we want. Furry feet, furnishings. Ooh, I know. I shouldn't have said that so loud, huh? Ooh. It's good that I'm doing this. every time they get on my table, I trim their toenails and check their teeth. It's just not only preventive maintenance, just in case they might develop something. Oh, and I have my cage door open. The little chocolate one is going to escape. But as the judges look at him, they do that too. And so they can like, oh, mom's done this hundreds of times. You're okay. They're not going to freak out for it. Look at that. Nice straight feet. Well, before I start trimming you this time, I am going to cut these razor. They're not as sharp as they would have been if I did not trim their nails a month ago. But as you could see, they're still sharp enough. They can do some damage. Yep. And he's being a sweetheart. I'm going to have to come up with some names for you guys. Holy cannoli. I'm echoing. I wonder why I'm echoing. Oh, I got that one too short. Oh. Oh, well, I have nothing's more annoying than echoing, right? Oh, bad. Okay. Okay. Thanks for letting me know about the echoing. That's the bad part is doing this myself. I would never know until I'm all done. And then I wasted that whole day echoing, right? That whole time. Now we're going to be really careful. I am going to be really careful, sweetheart. I'm just putting their head between my arms there. Not enough to hurt, just to hold them snug. Keeping my head close enough so I can see what I'm doing. And far enough so if he does want to kick, I won't be in the path. He might be little, but those back legs are powerful. And even though I've trimmed their toenails, that's still not fun when you get scratched. It won't be as deep now that I trim their toenails, but it still will hurt. Okay, sweetheart, we're gonna get, I like to get the back. These giants, you guys, oh, I shouldn't scratch my nose. Don't do that when you're trimming. God, I'm showing you what a lot of what not to do, right? I am not being that careful as far as aesthetics, what it's going to look like. I'm just going to clean them up. They're babies. Yes, they're going to be showing, but they're babies. See, they're going to be 5 months old for West Coast Classic. If they're 2 months old, yeah, they might be intermediate, so I'll have to look at they're going to be right on the cusp. They were born on the 8th of January, February, March, April, May, June, May. Oh, they're going to be babies still. They're going to, yeah, February, March, April, May. They're going to be 4 months old. So they're going to be babies. And you're going to be beautiful babies, aren't you? They've got a dark belly. It's one of the things I try to avoid, and the reason for that is a dark belly usually is an indicator of the ES gene, the steal gene, which I've had in my rabbits forever. And but it can muck up the ring color definition. It can either eliminate the rings altogether or make them really thin. They can be out of order. So if you have a white or a cream colored body, that's a green light as far as the agouti rings. And I got that advice years ago from Betty too. Yeah, so we just trimmed the back of your neck so it wasn't bad yet. Oh, look at that. He's got the most perfect face. He does. He's got perfect everything, I think. Cheek furnishings, little forehead furnishings, ear furnishings, fuzzy feet. And I trimmed your little toenail too short too, didn't I, sweetheart? Shall we look at that? We're doing all kinds of things wrong today. Yep. Let me get a paper towel. Should I get out the peroxide? You know what my peroxide trip reminds me of? Did you guys ever see the movie? Oh gosh, My Greek Wedding. God. It reminds me of me when I'm using my peroxide. The father, the head of the household, he had Windex for a cure-all. Somebody scratched their hand, he had his Windex bottle and he'd spray it. It looks like it stopped bleeding already. Yeah. Yeah. So we're fine. We don't have to do much else. Those little toenails, you don't have to get very far and you get down to the quick. So I have to pay better attention. Who's next? Who's next? How about the chocolate one that tried to escape? Hi, baby. How are you? I'm not even going to number you because you're the only chocolate. Yep. Your great furnishings. Holy cow. I just love this one. And all of these guys, I remember now from my previous evaluation a month ago, they were nice. I can't stop doing that. There's a high point, and if you it's hard to tell from up above, but if you visualize a football, this is how I was taught years ago. One end of the football here and one here, and how it goes high and then low again. That's our goal. Now there are finer points to getting a great commercial body. I am not an expert on commercial bodies. I think I need to. I think I need to up my game because I'm finally getting to where it's really good. And I want to have it great. So, you meat breeders out there, if you're watching this, I'm going to start picking your brain. Yep. I'm on to something. I am just, and my stomach is growling. I hope you don't hear that. Good. Sorry. We're going to see how much you weigh. I can pet you all night. Let's see how much you are. 4 pounds? 5 ounces or 0.5. These scales are weird because they don't tell you the ounces. It's point. Oh, where are you going, sweetheart? Don't get crazy on me. You're not going anywhere. Nope, 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 nope. We forgot to trim that one's back of the ears, but we'll do that. You're not even matted. She's getting some furnishings. It's not as much. I shouldn't call you a she yet. I don't know for sure. We're going to find out. Oh, look at that. Somebody pooped back there. Have you noticed if you have baby bunnies, they all kind of have the pile method? Okay, let's see who you are, shall we? Because I'm curious. You're a girl. Oh, I love you. I do, I do. And see her feet. Oh my goodness gracious. Yes, I'm trying not to be too loud. I don't want to scare you. Why are you cockeyed like that? Am I holding you cockeyed? Okay, let's lace. She wants to lay out. Honey, I want you to put your feet up. She doesn't want to. Oh my goodness. She has some furnishings on the front feet. They are woolly. They're not quite as woolly as the chestnuts. But you know what? I like it. Hi, sweetheart. Can I look at your teeth while we're right here? Yep, teeth are looking good. I am not seeing any white spotting whatsoever. I have a whole other litter. They have white hairs galore. And this one, it's hard to tell in the chestnuts. But you're beautiful. Nice cheek furnishings. Now your French typically don't have that. They're typically clean heads. And oh, look at these. So I think as you get older, you'll have more. And at 10 weeks, if you have some furnishings, that's a green light for me. Holy cannoli. Okay, I'm being careful. I raised my voice. I got excited. I know, sweetheart. We're going to trim those little daggers. Yep. Yep, yep. I need to up my game. I wanted the football, but I know with the body types, those meat breeders, they have a lot higher criteria on exactly where that midpoint is, and so that's my next step. More to learn. Isn't that with anything in life? You learn something and you get it, and then you realize there's more to learn. Can I get your little, I call it the thumb. It's not a thumb on rabbits or dogs. What is that? Dew claw. Holy cow. Hi. Yes, you're a sweet one. Can we get you trimmed up like I did the others? You little girl. A little chocolate girl. This is pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. Yeah, her granddaddy was a chocolate giant Angora. And he was beautiful. He had everything going on. Good body, great color, great furnishings. Yep. Oh, there's just a little bit. Nope. Yep. We'll just take that out. We don't need that. You don't need that. And your eye color looks good too. I haven't been checking the eye colors. That's another thing that I need to get better at, is looking at my eye colors. My chestnuts, I've never had an issue with eye color. And knock on wood that I'm not. But I've been checking my toenails because I know that's been told to me that with recessive coloring, that could be an issue with white toenails popping up, or mismatching toenails. That's what the standard calls for. They all have to be the same. Hi, baby. Then we have 2 fawns. Yes, we do. And look, we have 10 minutes left. Yep. What? Are you making noise? Are you making noise? Oh my God, you feel really good. Shall we weigh you? This one is not happy, I can tell. You need to clear that out. There we go. Hi. You are so sweet. 4.5. Yes. That would be a cute picture. You guys can only see from up above, and I'm not going to mess around with my camera, but with him sitting there looking at me in that bowl was just beautiful. And you got furnishings. Nice brown eyes. You're beautiful. Nice cheek furnishings. Are you guys seeing all that? Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. Yes. And he or she's got nice woolly front feet, kind of like the Chuck one. Yeah, they're not clean. They're not Frenchy at all. I'm thrilled. And the feet, they're looking good. Oh my gosh, come here, baby. I gotta see if you're a buck or a doe. Oh, you're a doe. Oh my gosh. Yep. We're gonna trim your toenails. See, I almost got sidetracked and started trimming her little coochie, but if I stay in the right order, the same order, not that it's right or wrong, in the same order for each one, I'm less likely to forget. So we're going to do this. And I need to put a number in your ear because there's 2 fawns. Although I could probably tell you apart, but I'm not going to trust myself. My husband and I are going to do some tattooing later today or tomorrow. Yes. So let's clean you up. We'll do some tattooing, and then you guys, I'll do some rearranging for cages. I need to break out my power washer. It is a beautiful day. It's going to be beautiful all weekend, all week here. So I'm going to, this is my goal for the rest of this week. I'm going to do some massive shearings. Everybody that's not identified to go to a show is going to get naked. If they're even close to a full coat, they're going to get naked. That way I can just focus on show bunnies. And those show bunnies are going to get the typical belly trim because it's 2 months before West Coast Classic. So they're all going to get their bellies trimmed. That's usually when I go around their coochie area and aggressively around the tail, not too much, but I go on the inside of their legs. Oh, you're ticklish. Oh, look at those straight legs. That's so nice. Top of their kneecap on the inside and their whole belly up to their armpit, and then I cross. So this whole area will be naked. Yes. And I just follow that nipple line. So by the time we get to West Coast Classic, it'll have 2 months of growth. And there will be a ridge line between where I shear and this, their side coat. So the maintenance that I'm going to do on those show babies, and all my adults too that are going to a show, this will get webby on the side because it has no protection. This fur will be gone. And there's a lot of movement down here with their little legs. So about once a week or more often, I'm going to take the brush and brush this out. Make sure I blow it really good so it stays nice and clean. And then as this fur grows, then it'll help protect it the closer we get to show day. And it'll be virtually undetectable by the judge. Now look at this belly fur, and there's going to be 2 inches. And that's plenty. That's plenty. And this ridge line, you get 2 inches, and you might have 5 or 6 inches over here. It's not going to be that noticeable. It's not. And the only reason the judges would know is if you tell them or if they watch this video. So don't tell them. Yeah. But on satin Angoras, French Angoras, they don't have as much wool on their bellies as the giant Angoras. Or English Angoras. They have a lot of stuff down here too. They're furry everywhere. They have the extra furry gene. Those two do. And the French and the satins typically don't. So we just have to do a little extra for our show bunnies. So when I shear their bellies, they can put all their energy into eating and being comfortable. Their bellies are nice and clean. They can move freely. They're not webby or matty. They're not uncomfortable. And they can continue to grow out this massive density that we want on top. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, and I didn't put a number. You're going to be number 4. Can you be number 4? I'm going to write this in this ear. So it won't interfere with the tattoo. We always tattoo in the left ear. Okay, baby. And your body. Oh my God. It's another football. It's, oh my gosh. You're beautiful. Oh my gosh. All you guys are beautiful. No, who's making that noise? Quit it. You're the littlest one. Shall we weigh you? I'm going to put number 5 just so I know who you are. There's always got to be a little one. Sometimes a lot littler, sometimes a little littler. That makes sense. Little. Oh, God. Oh, turn it off. Turn it on. Hi, sweetheart. Yeah. Ah. You're the last one of the day. And I was right. I can call it 3 pounds, almost 4 pounds. Now that you moved, it's went up to, well, it's back down to 3.9. Yeah, I'm going to have to write 3.9. You are so cute. Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay. You can get out now. You want to get out? Come here. There you go. You're not Maddie back here either. I need to go back and do that on your siblings. Your body, you're just not quite as wowzers as your siblings. Because I can feel a little hitch right here when I put my hand on all the others. I just go very smooth, up and over. There's no giddy up. Why do I call that a giddy up? It's not like we're riding a horse or anything. God, I don't know. There's no, we'll call it a, I don't know what to call it. If you guys have an idea what I should call this, why didn't I just call it what it is, right? You go, oop, hip. There's hip. Hippie. We'll call it a hippie. I don't know. I'm getting silly now. I'm tired. But you got a good butt. But you are, yeah, it's, I don't know. It's, okay, who are you anyway? Shall we see what you are? What's going on down here? Yep, you're a boy. I'm going to say that you have fair furnishings because you just don't have quite as much going on the ears and not quite as much going on the feet. Not quite as much. Yep, your teeth all look good. Yeah, good eye color. Yep, let's do your toenails, Mr. Man. So there's nothing obvious as far as culling this one. If I was to say which one was my favorite, the two chestnuts and that chocolate. Oh, and your sister that's a fawn. She was really nice. 4 out of 5 that are really nice. That is pretty darn good. So what that's telling me is Rapturous, she is going to have some more babies. She's done a really good job. And you know who's naked right now? Giggles or Choco. Oh gosh, we have a choice of rabbits, boys that are available for date night. Choco, he's a chocolate a goodie. I think that would be a really good match because he's got great furnishings, great wool, great everything. Yep. And he's a purebred giant. That's what we want to do, is keep breeding back our crosses to purebreds, especially the ones that have the wool, the color, the furnishings. You're just a little extra dirty down here too, aren't you? I'll have to look at my notes. For any of you, let's see, Rapturous. I'm looking at the weights. There was one fawn that was 1.6 and everybody else was 2 or 1.9. And one of the chestnuts was 1.8. So you must have been the littler one, and I have you marked as a buck. Huh. Did I do the same? Buck, don't. Yeah. Holy cow. That doesn't happen very often when I sex them that young. That's why I wait till about 10 weeks to make sure these old lady eyes are seeing what they're seeing. Plus I have my husband having another person look at it too before we actually tattoo, because our tattoo system, I like to tattoo the numbers, and the last digit signifies whether it's a doe or a girl. It just helps when I'm in a hurry moving rabbits around. If it's a 3, 5, 7, or 9, or 1, they're odd numbers because they're boys. Boys are just odd. Even numbers are girls. So you'll get an odd number. It works most of the time. I have made mistakes. I'm human. I make mistakes. But you're just not as wowzers as your siblings. Yeah, but I have. You saying I might not have been echoing? The real test there is when I get this video saved, which will be a day. It's usually 24 hours. So tomorrow morning I'll get to look at it. So that'll be the real test. I know I've had to watch myself when I have this little speaker thingy on my chest, and if I have a rabbit next to me, sometimes I get muffled with that. And good lordy, this whole recording live thing is, even though I've been doing it, this will be my 10th episode. We're learning. We're learning what to do and what not to do. Some of the things that work, I want to repeat on purpose and realize what I did and do that. Oh, look at you. You're such a good boy. Yes, you are a good boy. Okay, so I think, oh, it's 11 o'clock, you guys. Look at that. You timed that just right. We did. Holy cow. So we got more babies sheared. Okay, let's put this down. Yes. I know. Aren't they so cute? My little 10-week-olds. Oh my gosh. God, my hair looks so horrible. I was in a rush this morning. I didn't even have my hat. Usually I'm a hat gal. But today it's just a ponytail, straight up, drank my coffee and ran out the door. His little heart is like, dun dun, dun dun. He's like, oh, she's not so bad. Yeah, it's not so bad. All right, you guys. This went pretty darn well today. I'm going to call it a day, and we're going to get busy on shearing the rest of the barn. That's our focus today. Shearing everybody. Naked butts. That's what we're going to do. A lot of naked butts today. And maybe I'll do some more baby evals next Monday. You guys can catch up. I have that one litter of, who else do we need to look at? Twinkle has 2, and they are gorgeous and fetching. She has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I end up calling the chestnut. He was starting to get sick. I put him in a separate cage and quarantined him, and yeah, he was just not doing very well. So we dispatched him, but everybody else is looking really good. So, knock on wood, crossing fingers. Yes. All right. See you guys. Bye.